Hi, welcome back. Lot going on this week, so I've been here, there, and everywhere trying to get bits and pieces sorted. Here's what I've been up to for the last while. Right then, stuck back in and done with this welding. So there's that piece all tacked back in. All of those, plus a few extra bits. Another one there. Yeah, got it all kind of cleaned out. Gonna just go around now with the silicone gun of seam sealer and just do some of the bigger seams, and then once that's gone dry, probably tomorrow, I can go over with some of the brush on seam sealer, and we'll get all the go around it all with that. Also patched up the end of that swing arm and have bushings now as well to be fitting, so yeah, let's find a few bits and bobs for getting that job done. We'll get on with that. Right, so having a bit of a leisurely day today. I did come around yesterday evening and just put on some of the silicone tube of seam sealer just around some of that stuff, but I've gone around this morning with the tin of brushable seam sealer, done all around that stuff, and in the rear wheel arches, a bit around the steps there in the front, but the main part, done a few little bits around in there, and done all around inside these wheel arches as well, all the way up around there. So it's all ready for lining out now with stone chip. Now I've decided to do in here with stone chip at least up to the top of that of the engine compartment, and probably up to that side panel as well. I'd like to do the floor all the way through to the steps as well, but we'll see how we get on. So, changing these bushings, it's a nightmare. They're very, very, very tight bushings in the thing. But this is where I'm at now. That one's actually in, so that's just the setup that's worked for me. It's a washer on that side. I was trying not to pull the thing out the middle of it, but found actually you just have to force it like that, and it actually pulls through properly in the end. I'll show you now when it's the bolts out, how it sits in there. So now it ends up kind of recessed, concave like that, where when you buy the bushing it's actually, that's proud at both sides. Still, I had to pare this down. I couldn't get it to push through to even start with the full size lip on it, but pared it down. There's still some lip there, and I put them opposite ways on each side, so yeah, side to side it should be okay. Anyway, I want to strip down the end of that now. My back plates still haven't showed up, but gonna take the hob out of that, clean it up properly, and my aim today is to get all this stuff painted so we can start getting stuff put back in there. The other thing I want to do is to actually paint over all the stone chip. So I just don't have paint here for it. I'd like to do it probably some kind of grey again. I don't want to do it white because then it won't match this. I know under the floor it doesn't matter, and in the engine bay really it doesn't matter either, but I just think grey. I have tons of other stuff like blue and other good quality paints. I just don't want to paint it that colour. So yeah, see if I can get some greyish paint or something to spray over that. So after finishing putting in those bushings, I just painted up some of this stuff to both rear swing arms, back shocks, tank supports, rear drums, and I also went at the van again and have given all the everywhere I put the stone chip a coat over with some metal paint, because yeah, it's a bit, that stuff's, you know, it's a bit like pebble dashing in that you have thin areas, so it's not the be all and end all of rust protection without paint as well. So I really like that textured finish in there on the floor and stuff anyway. It's kind of like the bed liner kind of effect. So it just goes over there and up over that first seam in that. And then, yeah, finishes all that, what looked like rubbish, out nicely. I know there'll be ply going in over that anyway, so none of it will be seen in the end, but at least it's nice and a nice tough finish on the floor. As for the engine bay, I did stone chip the engine bay as well, and the rear chassis legs and along that bottom piece, and I've stone chipped the wheel arches as well, inside the wheel arches, but I've gone over this with a paint as well now. This paint is actually, it's different to the stuff I used inside. This is actually a Danbelin, it's some paint I had left over, but it's a bilge paint, so it's very resistant to oil and fuel and stuff. I didn't want to finish it out in a white or in the van colour. I don't have the van colour. The van's not going white, the top half is, and I didn't want to put a white paint in there or a black paint and make it really dark, so I've just done that, and the same on the back of on the inside of that panel there, and inside the battery boxes. The wheel arches, these are all stone chipped, except for that patch where I need to weld in that section there, but my plasma tips just haven't arrived. I don't know what's going on with the post. I'm also stuck for my back plates for my rear brakes. So this has just got a coat of stone chip. Oh, my little light there actually. Right, so a bit of light, and clean my phone lens at that. Yeah, I didn't stone chip over that old stone chip. That stone chip doesn't go that far. Those cans, they run out. You know, they really don't go that far. So I used 3 to do what I've done there. This, I'm probably going to go over that now, not with a paint, but with either the black underseal, or what I'd like to do, I don't mind using the black underseal inside in the middle of the van, because I'd rather not use it in the arches, because it kind of just hides everything, and I don't really want to, you know, if things are going wrong, I'd rather it be apparent that it can get dealt with sooner. So what I'd like to do is have it finished like this, and then maybe give it a coat of something like wax oil, where you can actually see what's going on. I'm not trying to hide anything in it. So yeah, up in the center section I might just use the wax oil, because there's no point in putting a finish that tough where it doesn't get hit, and it's in good condition between those 2 middle rails anyway. Today's not going to get me that much further, because I need to put a second coat of paint on those bits and pieces, so I can't go fitting them, which is a shame, because it'd be nice to get that done today. But if I give them another coat of paint, I guess they'll all be ready for tomorrow morning anyway. In other news, the water boxer is gone. Hopefully that'll help someone else out who's having a bit of trouble with his own one. We are going to go probably AF in with a flipped sack gearbox in here. Been doing my homework on it a bit, and that seems to be the best option. So I'm just trying to find a car at the moment that's not too far away, because I can't go anywhere to get it. But I did find one, but I think that actually turned out to have a PD engine, and I don't think I want to go down that route. So yeah, we'll go all out and just do the whole gearbox carry on and everything. That's my replacement backplate. Now, the intended way of putting these on is to open the 45mm hub nut and put it on that way. I don't have the 45mm socket or the 3/4 drive to open that, and I don't have any other reason to open it at the moment, so yeah, you can see how I put that on there. Just cut it in half and welded it. It's only a backplate at the end of the day. They just keep dirt and junk out of there. They do have the retainers for keeping the shoes back, but all the work is done by the actual castings. Other than that, now I've just been doing those few bits of filler to repair where the welds were done. Just straighten that out a little bit again. Got a little bit of warpage in it, a small bit. So I'll block that out in a while. I've gone over this once, that's just a second go. It's fairly smooth, but I think one or two little spots on the other side. I've also been going around filling any little imperfections in the other side, like one piece here on the sliding door, there was a deep scratch in the paint. So just gone over that. A little bit of welding where I've done in that corner as well, and another bit there. I'll go around in detail after and just make sure, see if any other little imperfections around the place. So that's on, a bit of coat of paint on it. I'll give it another little coat in a while. They are a MOT failure if they're rotten, so they do need to be in reasonable shape. That one, yeah, it's not that bad. The edges are a bit rubbish on it, but for the sake of it, it's not worth messing with. Right, tired away, I think I'll try and give it a go with the angle grinder. So got those welded in. Wasn't too bad to cut out the angle grinder. Could have been a bit neater with the plasma, but I already had the plates cut and ready, so I just need to get some stone chip on them. The other side as well. So that's that side done too. So now once that's kind of painted out and stuff, I can actually go ahead and put those rear swing arms back in. All coated up, looking a hell of a lot better. Done under this side with the stone chip as well. Just got to finish working on that bit of bodywork there tomorrow, and yeah, start spot priming again. Get a few of these bits and going over then for kind of getting prepared for wet sanding during the week. Okay, so I might end that video at that. Didn't get a huge amount done this week. Yeah, there's just a lot of other things to be done at the moment. So next week we should be more productive. We're hoping this week possibly to get to paint. So that'll be a big step forward. Yeah, I'll be putting all this suspension stuff and things back on as well. So we'll see a lot come together in the next video. But for now anyway, that's where we are at the end of this week. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the like button if you can as well, please. That'd be great. And you can find us on Instagram at Colin the T25 if you want to follow that as well. Little updates on there now and again. So, yep, leave it at that. Thank you very much, and see you next time.